Welcome, boys and girls, to another episode of Advanced Word Study. I'm your host, Miss Amber, and this is your teacher, Miss Chelsea. In preparation for our lesson today, you will need a pencil and a piece of paper. Have fun!
Thank you, Miss Amber. Welcome back, boys and girls. We recently learned about our controlled syllables. This knowledge will help us read multisyllabic words. Let's review our anchor chart. An R controlled syllable is a combination of a vowel followed by an R, and together they're going to make one welded sound. Let's look at those vowels with our R. AR says R. IR says UR also says OR says OR, and ER says Very good. Let's look at our visual. We have an R right here, and he looks a little upset, like he might be kind of bossy. If you've ever heard anyone refer to R-controlled syllables as bossy R's, that's because the R is controlling some of that vowel sound, and they make a new welded sound together. So last time we were together, we syllabicated some words that had R-controlled syllables. Before we work together, let's review what that's like. I'm going to work through our syllabication steps on our example word. Help me. This is our word. My syllabication steps ask me to identify our first two vowels. So looking at my word, I see a vowel U followed by an R, and I'm going to underline those as one vowel. I also see vowel A. I'm going to label those with a V. My next step asks me to draw a bridge connecting my vowels. So I'll draw a line connecting my UR to my A. Now we need to label the consonants on our bridge. So because we're identifying UR as an R-controlled vowel, we're going to label just this one consonant L. Now we need to divide using the pattern we notice. When I refer to pattern, I'm looking on my bridge. I see V, C, V. So I know from my syllabication division charts that I'm going to first try to divide before the consonant. So I'll draw a dotted line right here for my division. Now I need to identify each syllable type. My first syllable, I see UR, and I know that that's an R-controlled syllable or a bossy R. So I'm going to write BR for bossy R. I'm going to look at my second syllable. This syllable ends in consonant P. I know that syllables ending in one or more consonants are considered to be closed. So I'm going to write CL for closed. And this vowel is going to make a short sound. Now I need to read each part and blend the word. B, bur, lap, lap, burlap. Very good reading. Let's practice some more words together that we may see in text. I need you to get a piece of paper so we can do this together. When you write this word on your paper, I'll be ready to start. Great. Let's start with step one. What does step one ask us to do? That's right. We need to label the first two vowels we see. So what two vowels do you see? I also see vowel A and R-controlled OR. Let's label those with a V. Now we need to draw a bridge and connect those vowels. What does step 3 ask us to do? Label the consonants on the bridge. So on my bridge, I see 3 consonants. Consonant N, S, and P. And we know that sometimes we take 2 consonants and blend them together to make our reading more fluent. And SP would be considered a blend. So we're going to keep those together and label them as one consonant. And then I'll put another C for my consonant N. Now what do we need to do? Very good. Divide using the pattern we notice. And where do we find that pattern? On the bridge. I see V, C, C, V. Using our division posters, where should I divide when I see that pattern? Very good. Between the 2 consonants. So let's draw our line right between consonant N and consonant S. The next step asks us to identify each syllable and label them. So let's start with our first syllable. What do you notice about that word part? Very good. It ends in consonant N. And if you refer back to our anchor chart, syllables that end in 1 or more consonants are considered closed. And that vowel will make a short sound. So I'm going to write CL for closed. What do you notice about our second word part? Very good. It has an OR, which we know is an R control. So we're going to write BR for bossy R, because sometimes we refer to it that way too. All right, I think now we're ready to read each syllable and blend this word. So I'm going to kind of guide you just to warm you up, and then I'll let you take all the lead. T, R, and tran, sp, or t, sport, transport. Very good. Moving one thing from one place to another. Awesome job. Let's do another one, and I'm going to let you guide me. Can you write this word on your paper? All right. What's the first thing I need to do? Identify my vowels. Okay. What vowels do you see? I need a little help. Okay. I see vowel A and R control ER. That's right. So we're going to label those with these. What do I do now? Okay, I'll draw my bridge connecting my vowels. Now I need to look for step 3. And it tells me to label the consonants I see on my bridge. I only see one. How many do you see? Very good. I'll label consonant K with a C. Now I need to focus on my pattern. That's right. And divide using that pattern. So I see pattern V, C, V. So where should I divide? Here's a V, C, V. Oh, that's right. We always start with this pattern, just to make sure. So I'll use another color marker so we can see it clearly. And I'll draw a dotted line to divide right after that first vowel before my consonant. Got it. Okay, now let's identify each syllable type and label those. So looking at my first syllable, what do you notice? That's right, it ends in one vowel letter. And what kind of syllables end in one vowel letter? Let's go to our chart. Closed syllables end in consonants. Open syllables end in a vowel, okay. They make a long sound and are spelled with one vowel letter. So that makes this what kind of syllable? Very good, open. I'm going to put O-P. All right, what do you notice about the next syllable? That's right. It has a bossy R controlling the sound of that vowel there. So we're going to write B-R. Very good. Now I think we're ready to read each syllable and blend this word. You show me how. I'm going to let you lead. B-A, bay. K-er, ker. Baker. Baker. Someone who bakes. Very good reading. I want to do another one. Do you? All right. Will you write this word on your paper? It's a big one. All right. Let's work through our syllabication steps together. What's the first thing we need to do? Label the first two vowels we see. So I see vowel A and then our R controlled U-R. We'll label those with a V. What's the next thing I need to do? That's right. Draw a bridge connecting my vowels. Now, step 3 asks us to do what? Label our consonants. I see consonants M and B. So we're going to label those on our bridge with a C. Very good. So before we divide, we still have a lot of letters down here after my bridge. What do you notice about those? That's right, there's another R control right here. So we need to identify that guy too. So I'm going to underline ER and also label him with a V. So now we got this guy and this guy. I'm going to draw another bridge, step 2 right here, connecting these two vowels. So I'll have to create a new bridge. So if I've labeled those, I want to focus on step 3 again and label the consonants on this bridge. What consonant do you see? Me too. I see consonant G. So I'll label there. So let's start back at the beginning of our word and focus on step 4, dividing using the patterns we notice. So on this bridge, I see pattern V, C, C, V. Where will we divide when we see that pattern? Very good, between the two consonants. So I'm going to divide my word between consonant M and consonant B. Now, my next pattern is V, C, V. Where do I divide when I see this pattern? That's right. We have two options, but we always start with our number 1. So we're going to try to divide after the vowel before the first consonant. So I'll draw my dotted line just in case we have to change it. Divide right here between the UR and my G. All right, so now that we've divided, let's go back to step 5 and identify each syllable type and label them. We're going to start up here at the front. What do you notice about this first syllable? That's right, it ends in consonant M. So I know that this is a closed syllable and will make that vowel say a short sound. What do you notice about the second syllable? It has UR, which we know is R controlled or bossy R. So I'll label that with a BR. And what do you notice about my next syllable? It also has an R controlled or a bossy R. So we'll put another BR for bossy R. Are you ready to try to read this word? All right, let's read each syllable and then blend them all together. Am, ham, b, burr, ers, gers. Let's put this big word together. Ham-bur-gers. Hamburgers. I love hamburgers. Do you? Awesome. That was great reading, and that word was 3 syllables. But following our steps, it wasn't that hard. Let's try one more. Can you write this word on your paper? All right, lead me through our steps. Very good. Our first step tells us to identify the vowels. I see R controlled UR and E. What does step 2 ask me to do? Draw a bridge to connect my vowels. What do I do next? Very good. Label the consonant I see on my bridge. I see consonant G. All right, now we have to divide using the pattern we notice. And what pattern do you notice? Very good. V, C, V. And what do we know about that pattern? That's right. We have 2 ways, but we're going to start with the first and divide before my consonant. So I'll draw my dotted line. All right, are you ready to identify each syllable and label? Okay. What do you know about this syllable? That's right, it's R controlled or bossy R. So we'll put B-R. What do you notice about this syllable? Yes, it ends in N-T, and those are 2 consonants. So we're going to write C-L for closed. And this vowel will make what kind of sound? Short. Very good. All right, let's read each syllable and blend this word. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, put it together. J-int, j-int, gent, urgent. Very good. That was awesome reading. Now I want to take these words and read them in a story. Can you help me do that? Awesome. First, before we read together, I'd like you to read alone, and then we'll come back and look at what we've read. Read bakery birthday. Did you enjoy that story? I did too. Let's take a few minutes to go through our text and find the words we syllabicated together. Our first word was transport. Let's see if we can find it in our story. You stop me if you see it. There it is, transport. Our next word was baker. Do you see the word baker? Let's see. Wait, let's go back. I see a word that looks like baker, but it has an extra vowel on the end. That Y sometimes acts as our vowel. This is bakery. I'm going to circle that because it has our base word baker. Hamburgers was our next word. Can you find that one? There it is, hamburgers. Our last word was urgent. Can you find the word urgent? Maybe we missed it. Oh, that's right, I see it here too. It was sneaky. Very good. Now, I want us to take some time to reread it now that we've identified the words we syllabicated together. I'll lead you, and I want you to track and follow along as I read. Bakery, birthday. Today was the day. It was my birthday. And we were going to have a great big party. After lunch, my sister Amber helped me pick out my clothes. My mom had all the party stuff organized and ready to transport to the bakery. My friends and I were going to learn how to bake a pie with Mr. Tyler. He goes to our church and owns the best bakery in town. We loaded the car at 1 o'clock. Urgent that we got there early to set up. My mom and sister set out the popcorn and hamburgers. I laid out all the rewards for my friends. We were ready. There was a sound of thunder in the sky, but that was not going to stop us. It was going to be a day to remember. Great reading. Let's look at some questions to see if we can recall those details. What were they going to do at the party? Miss Chelsea left off a letter in our word. I got a little confused. Let's start again. What were they going to do at the birthday party? That's right. They were going to bake. They were going to the best bakery in town. Why was it urgent that Mom and the girls went to the party early? What did they need to do? That's right. They needed to set things up and get ready for all of her friends. I really enjoyed that story. That was great reading. Let's review one last time what an R-controlled syllable is. It's a combination of a vowel followed by an R and makes one welded sound. I can't wait to learn about more syllable types like silent E next time.
Thank you, Miss Chelsea, and thank you, boys and girls, for your participation in the lesson today. We cannot wait to see you again. Bye.